Hello, welcome to a daily dose of Ingrid the Rose. I didn't think I was going to film today because I don't know, the morning started and it rolled right into work, and then I got some tasks done, made some pitches, and locked some things in for the trip, and then yeah, I spent most of the day just feeling some real big feelings. Just on the brink of just breaking down and bawling. And I had a show tonight, and I really didn't want to tell jokes. I wanted to sit in the corner and cry and, I don't know, disassociate or fucking listen to fucking sad music and just call it a day. But that's not how life works. And I also know that when I leave the house and do things I love and create and see people, I feel better. And I left the show today feeling better. I did something I'm good at and that I enjoy. I connected with other humans. I met other creatives who were also on the same journey. And yeah, by the time I left tonight, the world didn't feel so heavy. And then I walked home and put on some JP Sax. So good. And just belted my way home. And picked the busiest street where all the partiers go so that no one would care that I was being loud. I awkwardly stopped by this bar that I was at last week where I essentially hung out with the bartender. And I was like, I'm gonna stop by and say hi. Not to drink, just to say hi. And it was awkward. He was like talking to people. He was like, oh, hey. And I was like, I just stopped to say hi. And he's like, all right, oh, hi. And I was like, okay, bye. And you know what, though? I'm not ashamed of it. Even if he's like, bro, I was just trying to get you to drink, to buy more drinks. I don't fucking care. At the end of the day, being earnest and trying and caring are good things, despite what the culture will tell us that, oh, you're being cringe. Let us all be more cringe. Let us all be more cringe. I used to be more cringe. And I think it's time for me to go back to being more cringe, There's something about it. I think the world would be in a better place if we're all just a bit more earnest. It's funny, a friend, a comedy friend just messaged me, just be like, are you here? And I was like, wait, yes. And then I went, wait, here where? Like, you mean physically here, like in this very moment? I don't know where you are. But if you mean in the city, like, I'm around, I'm back, I'm here, I'm around. And then I was like, letting her know, I was like, yeah, I'm away next week with my niece and I'm on tour in Europe in August, but I'm around. And that's, I think, the trigger that led to me to be like, oh, it's a stray cat. That's nice. To be like, let me sit down and vlog. I actually am in the mood to talk, because writing like, yeah, I'm on tour in Europe reminded me that like the shit that's stressing me out, that's making me very sad, that's making me very anxious, will eventually end. That part of my life will eventually fizzle out, shift, change, be removed. And going on tour in Europe. And I just spent the evening hanging out with comedians and crocheters and telling jokes. The duality of life, the fact that like I am anxious and stressed and sad a lot these days. Like underneath it all, there's a lot of grief for a lot of really valid reasons. And there's a lot of rage that I don't think I'm fully allowing myself to express and to release. I'm mad. I'm mad at a lot of things. I'm hurt at a lot of things. There's a lot of reasons to cry, man. And I'm breathing. I'm able-bodied. I am surrounded by like some really dope humans. I'm so loved and held. I have community. And I get to do some things that I love. And sometimes they pay me. And there's still so much life to live, and there's still so many opportunities to like be and exist and to try new things. And the things that fucking make me want to punch a wall aren't permanent. I will one day not have to deal with those things every fucking day. It's so weird. I forget all the time that I live like right next to the fire station. And I'm going on fucking tour, like in the midst of all this grief, in the midst of all this rage, in the midst of all this chaos, in the midst of all these things that are just like I can't control, that are unfair, that weigh me down. I'm also living like I don't sit and realize or think about what like 15-year-old me would think about the life I'm living right now. Or like 12-year-old me, you know? Riddled with stage fright. And I mean riddled with stage fright. Like shaking on stage. Playing piano, like hands trembling. Like fucking 10-year-old me who was, people like, she sounds nice, but she's boring to watch because I was so fucking scared to be on stage. I hated it. My mom made me. You know, who was like at youth group in the band, like, oh, I'll play backup. I'll play keys and sing backup because I don't want to be up front. And I'm like, all the other girls want to sing lead, so I'll sing backup. That's fine. I don't need to be up front. Like, what would that kid think about the life we live now? Sitting on that bed. Fucking floral sheets that I was not allowed to pick or change. Silently dreaming that she's standing in front of crowds just singing songs that she wrote or whatever, and dying to be seen, dying to be held, dying to be known. No matter what happens, I recognize that like I am living mini-me's fucking I don't know if it's a wildest dream because I had a pretty healthy imagination, but I'm not that far off. TBH. It's all very, very graspable. And I can't allow the things that I can't change, the things that I can't control, the things that like enrage me, derail me from that reality that I'm fucking living. I'm a living, walking testimony of what it means to just not give up on yourself. And not give up on the things you dream of. And to not let the detours and the obstacles and the bullshit and the naysayers and the fear and the rejection and the rage take you out. Honestly, this game is much more than talent. I think talent's everywhere. There's incredibly talented people out there serving you food, working in your offices, being a doctor, teacher, lawyer, and doing some dope things. But the reality is like it's the survival of whoever. It's the person who wins, the person who lasts the longest. I won't even say that this game is a marathon. It's an ultra marathon. Like those, you know, bear with me. I'm on like Run Talk, and there are these races where there's actually no end. It's whoever is the last one standing wins. They'll be like, your job is to run like, I don't know, 6K or 10K on the hour every hour until someone is the last one standing. And I feel like when it comes to dreaming and chasing your dreams, and especially for those of us who are creatives, who are artists, who are, you know, innovators, who are creators, you know, half the time it's not about who's the most talented in the room. It's about who lasts the longest, bro. Who's willing to hold out. And in that sense, I recognize that I'm here in part because I, you know, and it's not that I held on tight the entire way per se, but I picked my shit back up when it was time. Imperfection, consistent imperfection is the key. And right now, I am pushing this boulder up this mountain, and it is overwhelming. There is so much fear. But I know if I don't quit, I win. That's fucking encouraging. If I don't quit, I win. 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 And though today was a pretty unproductive day in many ways, I did more than nothing, and I have not quit. And so I have won the day. Oh, it's enraging though. A lot of this stuff I just can't talk about right now. Probably ever, I don't know. I don't even know if it will even be useful to talk about publicly, to be honest. But sometimes I get the urge to just rage. It's like, I was gonna, blah! But that would be unwise. And I don't think it'll make me feel better. I don't know if temporarily. I don't know if it'll change anything, you know? All I'd say is that, don't quit, friends. Don't quit. You're not as far off from the thing as you think you are. Hell, you're probably in it more than you think you are. You're probably won more than you've given yourself credit for. If you don't quit, you win, and you're here. So you've won already. Yeah. On that note, I'm gonna go home, wash off the day, get ready for bed, start a new day tomorrow. Love y'all. Okay, bye.